Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am barefaced today because we're gonna do a high-end Shop My Stash. I am going to take you into my beauty vanity with me, and I am going to choose a full face of high-end products that I am still testing, that I am currently loving, and if that sounds interesting to you, then just keep watching. We're starting with primers, and I have two high-end primers here. I have one from ABH and one from Glamlite. I like them both, but I'm gonna go with the Anastasia one. Here are my primers, and for high-end, we have some Cover FX, my Fenty. This is one of my newer ones, this Derma Blend. I'm still creating an opinion on that one. I know I have the Touche Éclat in there. Even though this one's still classifying as my favorite, I'm gonna go with the Derma Blend because I wanna get my opinion straight on that one. This is my foundation and powder drawer. I tried to organize to have more of the drugstore towards the back and the higher end in the front. We have some powder foundations and some under eye setting powders there. We have the Fenty, which I love, Laura Mercier. Let's see, we have the Sephora Best Skin Ever, which I love. Charlotte Tilbury, there's some Becca in there. I have not used my NARS in a hot minute, so let's go with the NARS Matte Foundation. And for powder, because it's a matte foundation, I don't feel like I need a super mattifying powder. And I have barely played with this Units powder that was a gift from Beautylish when I got some fun goodies from there. So I'm going to use this Units translucent setting powder. Here are my concealers. We have Hailey's Beauty. We have some Dior Skin Forever, Tarte Shape Tape, some Jeffree Star, Anastasia. What have I not used in a while? Here is the Juvia's Place. I'm going to go with the Tarte Shape Tape. Here are the bronzers and blushes. Again, try to put the drugstore towards the back and the higher end towards the front. Cream bronzers, I don't have a lot of high end, but I do know I have this Aesthetica one here that I got in my BoxyCharm, and this is on the high-end side, so we'll use that. And for cream blush, I'm going to go for maybe a neutral look. And I have not played with my Rare Beauty blush in a while, so I'm going to grab that. In case we feel the need to set that bronzer, I'm going to grab my Sephora brand, which is so inexpensive, but because it's Sephora, we'll call it high-end. Moving on to eyeshadow. I have my eyeshadow separated from drugstore to more of my high end. This drawer goes all the way back. Let's see if we can get a little peek in there of that. And then we have this drawer over here. We've got a couple Wayne Goss. Juvia's Place is kind of in that middle lane. Is it high end? Is it drugstore? It's a reasonably priced product. We've got some Nabla, some Too Faced. There's a Huda Ruby under there. Let's see. I want to play. This is all of my Natasha going on over here. I have some Pat McGrath. And I believe for today, I'm so excited. I have some Viseart products coming to me. I want to play with Nabla. I'm going to go with my Nabla side-by-side palette. This palette has such beautiful, warm, and cool shades. And here are the highlights that we have. I tried to put more of the drugstore in the back and the high-end in the front. I, of course, want to go straight to Nabla since I'm using the side-by-side palette, but I'm going to resist the urge. And I just picked up this little baby of my MAC Strobe Cream, so I want to play with that because we'll probably do the reverse foundation technique today. Moving on to liners. I have a lot of liners here, liners there. We have a lot of mascaras. These are my brow products, but for liner, for high-end, I think I only have 2 high-end pencil liners. One is Mario, Makeup by Mario, and the other is Patrick Ta. So I'll go in with my Makeup by Mario. There that is. And for mascara, ooh, I'm going to wait to open this one. I am going to film with this soon, but I picked up the new Rare Beauty mascara. We've got our ABH. We've got Wayne Goss. Let's do the Wayne Goss. Nice waterproof. That'll last me all day. And for brows. Brows is something I really stick to drugstore, but I do have, here's my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter and precisely my brow. My lip liners, I have some ColourPop in the drawer, and then I have some randoms up here, but I really would like to get into my Noreen Beauty. And for lipsticks, we've got our nude colored lipsticks. And in the next drawer, we have our more pink tones. And up here, we have our reds. Here's a Juvia's Place I haven't opened yet. I'm gonna stick to brown / nude. Let's grab this Rare Beauty. It is not one of my favorites, but I have it and I want to use it. We'll throw gloss on top. And for gloss, let's see what we have. We have Cab Beauty, Excuse the Mess. We have some Jeffree Star, some ColourPop. We have Pat McGrath. What's this one? Ooh, Glam Light. Yes, I'm going to grab this Glam Light, and this is the hot chocolate. I am back in the filming room, and I took care of the boring stuff that you probably don't care to watch, like my brows and my eye primer. I will have, of course, everything listed in the description box below that I played with today. I did want to put my face primer on with you, though, because I am, like I said earlier, I am still testing this Dermablend Pore Saver Matte Makeup Primer. I think I'm really liking it. I'm just not sure if I'm liking it more than the Fenty, and I'll have to find out which has a better value. I tell you what I do like is the application. I mean, it is the silkiest, lightweight feeling primer I think I've ever used. It's definitely on the plus side for sure. I'm going to do my eyes first because I'm not sure. I haven't used this palette in a while and I can't remember if it has a lot of fallout. So I picked up the, out of my stash, the Nabla Side by Side palette. I love Nabla. I have so many products from them that I enjoy and more products that I want to try. But this was, I believe, the first palette that I ever fell in love with them. I'm going to start in my crease with this Halftime shade. This is a Unit 309 brush, and we're going to go into this Halftime shade. And this is just an easy crease shade. Nabla is a beautiful brand. I was able to get a Trend Mood box with Nabla in it and got a lot of great items. If you're not following Trend Mood on Instagram, I would recommend it. She knows all of the new releases and she does a Trend Mood box. I believe it's every couple of months and they do sell out fast, but they are great value if you are interested in what's in the box. And she had a Trend Mood box. I was interested and I so do not regret taking advantage of it because it was beautiful. That's where I think that's when I fell in love with Nabla, but definitely got some great brushes from them. Beautiful things. I'm going to, while I'm in this shade, I'm going to go ahead and take that same Halftime shade and go underneath with it. And we're just going to build the look of the eye first, because this is like the foundation for the eye. And then where we go after that, we have a lot of options. I'm just going to take this Luna Magic brush from BoxyCharm that I got. I love it. I was thinking about doing a video on my tippy top favorite brushes. Comment below if that's something that you would like to see, because I have some high-end brushes that I'm in love with, and I have some very affordable brushes as well. And if you watch my videos, you probably see me using the same brushes over and over again. I'm going to go in with Tempera now, which looks like a bricky brown. And I'm going to use this Rephr 14 brush with that. And these shadows are quite pigmented, so I would say be careful. Always tap off that brush and go in light-handed. So small circles and building it up. Oh, that's beautiful. Very lightly pulling it over. Softest touch. I'm going to go into this Better Society shimmer shade next. Very smooth shimmers in Nabla's formula. Not chunky, not flaky. I would like to brighten that up a little bit, so I think what I'll do, let me see what this Body and Soul looks like. That looks a little brighter. Yeah, let's tap that right in the center. I like it. I'm going to take that Luna Magic brush again, and I'm going to go back into that Tempera, which is what I deepened that outer corner with, and just deepen that bottom outer corner. Now in my beauty room, I did not mention my liquid liner because there's really only one that I trust right now, and that is the Inglot gel liner. The Wet n Wild one I'm liking, but nothing has compared to this one. Now I have just ordered one from Shop Miss A, and I also ordered one from ColourPop, so I'll keep you posted, because I would love to find a drugstore dupe for this beautiful eyeliner gel. I love to use my Sigma E46 for this product. I'm just going to tap it in the corner. Swoop up, then swoop down. Just nothing wears like this liner. Gonna take it down just a little bit. For concealer, I have the Tarte Shape Tape. It has been a hot minute since I used this, and this stuff is potent, so I finally remembered to bring in my makeup palette. The last few videos I have forgotten to bring it in because it's sitting in my bedroom vanity, but I have it today. I'm gonna use my Taylor Win and Sigma brush, and I'm going to very gently use this concealer because it is a very potent concealer. I do recommend that you be sure that you are very well hydrated under the eyes because it can be drying. The lightest hand possible, just the amount that you need in the places that you need it most. I'm going to go in with contour next, the Estetica palette that I got in my BoxyCharm. It's a nice palette. I like it. It reminds me of my e.l.f. contour palette, but you've got even more options, and I have done my whole face like concealer, foundation, and bronzer with this palette. I'm going to be simple, and I'm just going to go into the shade that I know works well for me, which is that center one on the bottom. I'm going to start towards the top and just blend it in. Going sort of right underneath that cheekbone, but still keeping it high. Good coverage, blends well. wears well. I'm grateful to BoxyCharm for getting this because it's not a brand that I ever paid attention to. And if you're curious about my BoxyCharm unboxings, I'll have that playlist linked for you. For highlight, I grabbed this little MAC strobe cream that I had picked up a little while back. I've never played with this and I wanted to see if it was better than my e.l.f. Ooh, put a little too much on there. Let's see if we can blend that out. I like the liquid highlight that I got from e.l.f. and I've seen other people use this with their foundation, in your hair, on top of their foundation, and it looks pretty. It's very natural, but it did not seem to disrupt the makeup that is already on my face. Is it better than the e.l.f.? I don't know about that, but it's fun to play with, right? For blush, my Sephora cream blush. Love this stuff. And I am going in with a peachy shade today. The only peachy shade in the palette, and it's kind of a peachy pink, but I love it. This is one of my favorite things I've ever bought that is Sephora brand. I would say I love this, and I love that Sephora Airbrush foundation. They do have some good products in the Sephora collection, and what's nice is that they are reasonably priced. Oh, and the liquid lipsticks. I love Sephora's liquid lipstick brand. I have my blending sponge, and I am going in with the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. And you see how little I need. That is all that I need for my face. So this reverse foundation technique, goodness gracious, if you have a favorite foundation that's expensive, use this technique with that because you're going to use hardly any foundation. It's amazing. And then your skin is going to look lighter as a result. It's going to look less heavy, less cakey, and still you'll have coverage. So I picked the Makeup by Mario for the waterline. Let's go ahead and throw that in the waterline now. And we can soften that gel liner that was on the bottom there with this. Ooh. I used the wrong blush. I was supposed to use the Rare Beauty blush. It's not too late. But this stuff is wicked. This is the Rare Beauty blush in, I believe it's Happy. I'm gonna tap it on there, which is way too much, so I will be careful. And I am going to pat that out on there and just add. It's the only thing I would warn you about with that Rare Beauty liquid blush is that it is super duper pigmented. If you think you have a little, half that, because you need a drop. This will last you for the rest of your life, but what's nice is it will last all day long on your face, which I do appreciate. Let's curl the lashes, and then I'm going to put on some of the Wayne Goss mascara, and I'll be right back. I am back. Mascara is on, and it is just beautiful. I'm so glad that I pulled it back out again. I love the wand, how little the wand is. I love how it holds the curls. I do the push-up technique, and of course I curled before, and this stuff is not moving. The only word of caution that I would use is when you go to take it off, make sure that you use a proper eye makeup remover. Be gentle with those lashes because it is waterproof. I grabbed this Units powder that I got as a free gift from Beautylish when I placed an order, and I haven't touched it since. I think I've only used it once or twice. So this is what it looks like. It's got the spongy type applicator in there, which is not usually my favorite, but it seems to be very lightweight, no scent. Will it mattify? I'm not sure. I will keep you posted. But we are setting the face with this powder, and like it. I do want to set my bronzer as well, and I'm going to use my LYS powder bronzer. This is one of my favorites to set because it's very soft and buildable. Going in with my BH. This is the medium shade, and I am just going to sort of stamp on there just to make sure that that edge is seamless. Going across the top here. Good. For lips, I grabbed this Noreen Beauty lip liner. I just did a video on Noreen Beauty, one of my first PR packages. Very exciting for this baby YouTuber. And this is in the shade Whiskey, which is what I knew was going to be one of my favorite shades. It's a nice deep brown. And since we were playing with Rare Beauty, I grabbed the Rare Beauty liquid lipstick. That's not my favorite, but I want to try to use it. I have way too much product on there. I think what I'll try to do is rub it in with my finger. It's a very moussey formula, but I find that the shade can go on a little bit patchy. But I find that when I rub it with my finger, it's not as bad. So I'm just going to put some product on there and rub it in. I mean, it feels like silk. And for gloss, I grabbed my Glamlite Hot Chocolate Gloss. And it is just a treat for the nose. Feels very balmy. It is a little bit on the heavy side, but not sticky. I have my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter that I have been ignoring because of e.l.f. and NYX sort of taking over. But this is a good brow gel, one of the best. So I have it, and I'm going to use it. But it really does hold those brows in place, but I like to wait until after I powder to do that. So I'm going to go in with a little Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and that completes the look. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed the Shop My Stash sort of series that I have going on, if you want to see more, I've done a drugstore. I will link that above. I just did my high-end for you. If you want to see one where I mix, because there are some drugstore products that I prefer over high-end and high-end that I prefer over drugstore, so I'd love to do one where I mix it up. Let me know in the comments. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of yet, please subscribe. I would love you to join my family. I love to play with makeup. I do videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. If you hit subscribe, you can watch them. If you hit the notification bell, YouTube will let you know when I have posted. Leave me a comment, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.